Hey guys, so today we have a few stories. I'm catching up on some because I don't know if you knew, but my videos have been going through a little bit of a moment. One, they're not doing as great because it's a slow news week, but two, because they get demonetized a lot of the time in the first few hours, that also kind of hits the view aspect of things, I'm pretty sure. Conspiracy theory, I guess. So yeah, overall, not been having a great time with my last like 3 videos. So I was kind of demotivated, but also my editor took a break. But he's back now, so I'm motivated because I hate editing. So that's been going on. I was in a bit of a burnout. So I have a few stories to catch up on. So it's going to be a little bit of old news, a little bit of new news, a little bit of everything. And then from next video on, it's recent drama and recent info. Have my notebook. That's how you know I'm ready. Twitter, Instagram, follow me on there. It's a fun time. And also subscribe because we're literally less than 10k from 500k, not 500k. We're making a second channel. Yes, we are. So do that. And hit that bell and do everything else you think you should do. Let's get into the video. So recently Makeup Revolution has been under some fire, but the thing is, this is the same tea that they've always been involved in, which is stealing other people's ideas. So Makeup Revolution is known for basically making dupes, you could call it, of expensive brands. So Makeup Revolution has been called out by Manny MUA, who is a fellow YouTuber influencer person. Not that I'm calling myself an influencer, but he's a fellow YouTuber, and he's come out with his own brand called Luna Beauty, which actually has been getting, well, at the start it was getting very mixed reviews with his Life is a Drag palette, but since then actually I've seen a lot of people give him a second chance as a person but also as a brand, and apparently some of his makeup is actually really good. Like, I'm pretty sure people said his lip glosses were good, his highlighters were good, his new eyeshadow palettes were good, so I'm guessing he's, you know, just revolutionized everything, changed it up and made it good, and I'm actually really happy for him because I haven't heard him be in drama recently, so you know, good for him. He made this Luna Beauty like compact, which just looks like a crystal on top, and then Makeup Revolution goes and posts this on their Instagram story, which is a mirror compact thingy majig with a highlighter inside. It looks like a crystal. It's the same thing, it's the same packaging, same concept, same everything. Don't know who made them think this was okay. I'm pretty sure they've been doing this for a while. It almost seems like there's 2 brands under one brand. So the whole brand is called Revolution, and there's Revolution Beauty, but under Revolution Beauty there's also I Heart Revolution, which is the one that does all the dupes. They mainly got famous off of duping the chocolate palette from Too Faced, and then they started doing the heart blushes from Too Faced, you know, the really bulky ones. But now that I checked, Revolution and I Heart Revolution is the same thing. They're owned by the same brand. They're, I guess, just 2 different like sectors of the brand, almost like ABH and Norvina. They're the same brand, well, under the same brand, but Norvina's like a section of ABH, but they're like 2 separate vibes. Kind of this. So there's Revolution makeup, which is more like everyday concealers and stuff, and then this I Heart Revolution, which is, I'm guessing, all the dupes. They also duped, I remember, the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette when everyone wanted it, and they literally made the same thing. I've always been very iffy about Revolution makeup. I don't think I've owned a single piece of Revolution makeup because of that, because I don't believe that you have to copy expensive brands to be successful as an affordable brand. I just don't think there's any need for that. I think as long as you are creative, original, and keep your prices low, people are gonna buy your stuff. I mean, that's why Maybelline and all those brands have been around for years now, because they do everything that the expensive brands do except for cheap. Well, not that cheap anymore, that's the thing. It's like all those drugstore brands are getting very expensive for what they are, which is why Revolution comes in and they made such a big name for themselves, is because they are like the ultimate affordable from the affordable brands. But I'm pretty sure you can find cheaper alternatives that don't copy expensive brands. For example, Wet n Wild, I know that they've been in some drama. For example, they had the whole cruelty-free, not really cruelty-free situation because they were selling to China, and then they had another situation where they shaded James Charles, where they made the exact same palette that he made with Morphe except cheaper. Even though Morphe is semi-affordable, they made it even cheaper. So I know Wet n Wild has had like 2 scandals, but their products are cheap, like extremely affordable, and they work really well. Like, I know people have been raving about their foundation. People rave about the Wet n Wild, is it the Putty Primer that's supposed to be a dupe for the Tatcha Primer, which is like expensive. Their brushes are great. I have a brush from Wet n Wild. It's great. It looks just like all my other brushes and it's really cheap. Their highlighters, their blushes, like really Wet n Wild is doing it. Another one, CoverGirl, I'm pretty sure has really good. And then there's Elf. Oh, it's the Elf primer. That's the one, Elf primer, that's supposed to be the dupe for Tatcha. But anyway, all those brands make extremely affordable things that don't copy expensive things, except for that Tatcha primer. But you know, putty primers have been a thing for a while. I used to use the Tarte one and they all literally do the same thing. So you know, just different price points. Anyway, that's what I meant, is I just don't agree with brands copying products down to the packaging. I just think there is a huge difference between two things being similar. Like obviously a foundation can have a similar bottle, a lipstick will have the same applicator, a lip gloss might have the same packaging. It's just all kind of, you know, you can't really be original with that. But when you do things like make a bulky cardboard heart-shaped blusher that looks exactly like the Too Faced one, we have some problems. Manny MUA then tweeted out saying, disappointed but not surprised has to be one of the worst feelings ever, which I'm assuming is regarding this situation because he's obviously trying to build a name for himself and Revolution has already built a name for itself. So for them to now just copy his packaging, and many people will not know that that packaging is not theirs and the credit is never going to be given. So that's really just not cool. Next, I recently spoke about Diva Curl. I didn't put up any examples because I just feel weird going on that Facebook group and taking people's pictures and posting them here when they're going through such a tough time in their life, and then posting their pictures in my videos without like letting them know. And I just think it'll be very difficult to find someone, message them and be like, hey, are you okay with me putting your hair problems on YouTube? But now, recently a girl did an interview, her name is Ginger Cox. She said, I'm really insecure about my hair, it's all I talk about and it's consumed me. I feel like I have to wear a hat when I go out because of my hair loss and I cry about it all the time, and here is her hair loss due to potentially Diva Curl. So now there is fully a class action lawsuit against them, and you can tell why. Like if you were in that situation, you would be very keen on having a class action lawsuit. But also if you have been using Diva Curl products and you want to stop using them now, don't throw the bottles away, because in that class action lawsuit you could actually get involved, and as long as you have the products you can prove that you bought the products and actually use them, versus someone that just claims to have used the products and never have. So please keep your bottles just in case anything happens and you see any hair struggles. You can get involved in that class action lawsuit if you so wish to, but you do need the products, I'm pretty sure, so you can prove that, you know, it's that's really causing it. But another tea on top of that tea is that Mondo, who is a kind of hair person on YouTube, but he's been involved in a lot of controversy regarding him up people's hair. He like reacts to hair videos, and then he bleached someone's hair and gave them a haircut, and then another hairstylist said like, this is a mess. So that was some tea. Another thing is he released a line of hair products which he claimed were vegan and cruelty free, and they were, I believe, either just not vegan or both, like they weren't cruelty free or vegan. So yeah, and then he basically said like, oh, it was an accident, like that packaging wasn't supposed to say that they're vegan and cruelty free and stuff. And then I mean, that should have been sorted out before you released the product. And now people will find those products in stores with the old packaging and think that those products are cruelty free or vegan, and they won't be before he gets, you know, the new packaging out. So that was a whole situation that just was so unnecessary. We also tweeted out, which he now deleted the tweet, so I just can't find it, but I remember I saw replies to that tweet, but then when you go to the tweet it says unavailable because he did delete it. And he said that as a hairstylist, I believe while watching, you know, all those Diva Curl videos that their problems are not caused by Diva Curl. But hear me out, right? If you just look at statistics and correlations, if you have 20 people who have always had good hair and are now all of a sudden losing hair, and all of those 20 people started using Diva Curl right around the time when they started having hair problems, the correlation of that is Diva Curl causes hair problems, right? Because you can't have that much of a coincidence that that many people are having hair problems that they've never had before, and all of them started using Diva Curl before that started happening, and then that started happening after they used Diva Curl. I think it's too much of a coincidence that those people are having hair problems now, and there's so many of them. There are like 40,000 people in that Facebook group, and that class action lawsuit didn't just like get plucked out of thin air. It obviously started based on something, and if they went to a lawyer and they showed him all the proof and the lawyer decided that the class action lawsuit can go through, then clearly there is some kind of a case there. So yeah, as a hairstylist you can say, oh, you know, I think yada yada yada, but there is a lawsuit happening now for some reason, right? Like there has to be a reason why the lawsuit is happening. Recently I went on a page on Instagram called Estee Laundry, where they posted an Instagram story about Glossier. Glossier is one of my favorite brands. I use so many products from Glossier. It's incredible. It is my like everyday easy makeup. I love it. I love it so much. On my second channel I want to do a video all about Glossier because I think they're incredible as a brand, but this wasn't it. So Estee Laundry posted on Instagram saying, at Glossier doesn't let people give products away without their permission when they buy it with their own money. Wild. So if you're confused about that, there's another post and says, for more context, this follower tried to do a giveaway with at Glossier products that she paid for. So it wasn't PR, it was things that she paid for, which even most companies don't mind if you receive PR and let's say you only like 2 shades of a foundation but they sent you 40. They don't mind if you give those other 38 shades away to your fans, because realistically, if those 38 fans really end up liking that foundation, they are going to end up repurchasing it. So really it's just like free promo all around. It's like a free trial, you know? Glossier said, first, we love your enthusiasm for for all things Glossier. Thanks for being part of our community. We're reaching out because we recently noticed that you are advertising Glossier products as prizing in connection with a promotion that you are featuring on your social channels. We really care about customer experience here at Glossier, which means we are very selective when it comes to participating in any sort of giveaway or promotion where we don't manage the entire customer experience. That's why our terms and conditions, available here at glossier.com, state that no one can use our trademark, service marks, logos, or any other content featured on glossier.com or into thegloss.com without our consent. Accordingly, we ask that you please refrain from featuring Glossier products as any sort of giveaway, contest, or sweepstakes prize, and only use our content with our permission in the future. Thanks so much, XG team. She then DMs them back saying, hi, I'm a little confused because I don't believe I used your trademarks or logo. I also stated in the text that this was purchased with my own money and is in no way affiliated with the company. How can I change it so as to not infringe on whatever you believe I'm infringing upon? And they said, thanks for sharing that information. We appreciate it. Unfortunately, giveaways of any type, even if purchased by yourself, are not permitted per our terms of use. We hope you understand, and please feel free to let us know if you have any other questions or concerns, XG team. And then someone else DM them saying, hi babes, I was recently informed that you do not allow Glossier products to be used in giveaways. Can you expand on that policy? And they replied, hey, thanks for reaching out and happy to help clarify. We recently took a fresh look at this policy with our team. We don't prohibit giveaways that feature Glossier products as long as they don't imply partnership or sponsorship with Glossier. If there is a partnership, we work directly with that person. Hope that helps. Please let us know if you have any other questions. So then they were like, it sounds like they're backtracking. Yeah, so I kind of see where they were coming from, because Glossier is known for like incredible customer service, to the point where I know people have emailed Glossier and said things like, oh, you know, I really enjoyed this product, it's done like wonders for my skin, and then they sent them like a discount code, or they sent them that free product again. They just have done like wonderful things with customer service, and I kind of understand where they're coming from, because if someone does a giveaway and Glossier is like the focal point, even if you state that you have not partnered with Glossier, but let's say things go wrong and you can't send those products out, people are going to end up associating, subconsciously they're going to start associating Glossier with poor customer service. And I know that Glossier above and beyond goes for just incredible customer service, so I can kind of understand where they're coming from, but it does seem a little extreme and has backfired now, because now people are going to think, oh, why are Glossier doing that? That's a little bit strange. Is it because they're money hungry and they just don't want people to receive free products? You know, it can go both ways. Now I'm glad that they have, you know, looked over the policy again and decided that as long as no one claims that they are affiliated with Glossier if they're not, or partnered with Glossier if they're not, then this can be a thing that they do. And I think that is a very smart way to go about things. But yeah, overall, very weird situation. Recently, Jenna Marbles has been receiving some heat. Why on earth would you ever do that to our queen, Lord and Savior, Jenna Marbles? Really? She recently tested out this like harness for her dogs that you would use in the car to strap them in instead of like doing the normal method. She did like the harness thing, but her dogs are so small that like they were hanging off the seat. And she only kept them in there for like literally 30 seconds in the car. They literally drove back and forth. And then she said that she doesn't believe that this is extremely safe, so she's not going to continue using it, but she just wanted to try it out because it was like a trendy thing to try out. And then people started giving her for it and saying that she's abusing her dogs because, you know, one of her dogs was crying in the car. But if you ever watched any Jenna Marbles video where Kermit was involved, you would know that that dog cries over everything. So I don't know why you would express an opinion if you don't know anything, you know? It just bothers me. Anyway, and then she had to take that video down and she re-uploaded it with a new intro where she basically apologizes for this whole video, which if one more person makes Jenna Marbles apologize for something that she does not need to apologize for, I'm gonna lose my shit. Because if you don't know, back in the day, she made a 45-minute long apology video about fish. She went to a store and she bought some fish, and there was an expert there who told her that this fish tank would be very good for those fish. So she trusted him based on his expert opinion, and she bought that fish tank. And then everyone came in clutch and told her that she is an awful person for buying this fish tank. She took that video down and made a whole 45-minute video apology where she said, you know, I should have done my due diligence of researching, even though she went to a fish expert, someone that should know about fish, someone that I would trust that opinion without double checking it, you know? And she changed their tank. Then she built a house, a whole castle for her hamster. We stan ad. Most videos that she makes are about her dogs, are doing something fun for her dogs, or doing something that her dogs enjoy doing. She built a whole sanctuary under her staircase for one of the, oh my god, I'm just so angry that Jenna Marbles, of all people, has to go through this. Honestly, you pick the least problematic people and somehow spin it so that they are problematic instead of focusing on the actually problematic people. Are you kidding me? Leave Jenna Marbles alone. I am so pissed off, honestly, so angry. She clearly wants the best for her dogs. She loves them with all her life. She literally just rescued an adult dog, which not many people do. Many people will either buy dogs or they will adopt puppies, but she adopted a full-grown dog that went through possibly abuse and she made sure that that dog began to trust them, and now the dog is so happy in their house. You can tell that the dog's opened up now and the personality is coming through and it's shining. And imagine putting that much effort into a dog that clearly has been through shit, and people just give you shit for trying out a harness. I'm so angry. Anyway, that's happened. Jenna Marbles tea, I guess. Please leave Jenna Marbles alone. She doesn't deserve this. Kylie Jenner recently has come out, not recently, but in the last like year or so, has come out with Kylie Skin, which is Kylie Cosmetics, but just skincare. And many people have had doubts about her intentions for the skincare line and also how good it is for you. Mainly with the walnut scrub, which many people have said is basically St. Ives, but just more expensive and also just bad for your skin, because if you don't know, most physical exfoliators, mainly walnut scrubs, are too coarse and they're not like evenly made, shaped, so they have like pokey outy bits. I'm trying to make this as simple as possible, but also my brain just can't comprehend things right now. Pokey outy bits which scrape on your skin and create micro cuts, which in the near or far future will end up with you having like blotchy skin essentially, because it will start getting irritated. And yeah, this is like irreversible damage that you're causing to your skin while you're thinking that you're fixing your skin. I used to use the St. Ives scrub when I was like 14 because I thought that it was the oh my god, I thought it did wonders for my skin. I'm glad we are way past that. Now we stand salicylic acid, AHAs and BHAs, and we stand kind of retinol, but it sometimes makes my skin a little bit dry. But as a whole, physical exfoliators can suck my peen. I don't stand those physical exfoliators, so I would never buy the walnut scrub. I think the rest of the products are fine. A little bit overpriced for what they are, but isn't that just Kylie as a whole? She also came out with makeup wipes. Now, I love being an eco-friendly sister where I can, and I refuse to use makeup wipes. First of all, my skin absolutely despises them. My skin shrivels up like a prune when I use makeup wipes, so no, not doing that to my skin. But two, think about how much have you ever taken off your makeup with one makeup wipe? No, you use like 10, because there is just no way that you're removing anything with one makeup wipe. If you wear makeup every day, you're using like 70 wipes a week. Are you kidding me? Anyway, so I use like reusable, those microfiber cloths and just these bad boys. So she recently tweeted out and started like promoting her makeup wipes, because that is the one thing I've realized that never really sells out is her makeup wipes, because people know better, and I'm so proud of you guys. And now she's promoting them and everyone is clapping back saying, no chief, we're not buying your makeup wipes. She might as well just take them off her website and stop creating them and create, she has like a, you know, those headbands that say Kylie Skin on them. How about she creates a pink microfiber cloth for removing your makeup that says Kylie Skin on the bottom. But then again, there's no repurchasing there, because you know, it's all about the repurchase value. You usually create products that people are more likely to repurchase. Once you buy one microfiber cloth, you're not gonna buy many of them. She could create like a multi-pack. Why am I doing the business work for her? Chief, makeup wipes are not it. Create a microfiber cloth, create a good oily balmy cleanser, do a double cleanse method, and people will be all over it. But right now, you just look like you've created a skincare brand from 2015. I love Kylie, I really do. I think she's great where she needs to be great. I think she's one of the least problematic people in that family, and I like her makeup products, but that skincare line is something that I just can't get behind because it's so overpriced for what it is. You don't really get much of what you're promised. I prefer paying a little bit more for something that actually does what it promises to do. So the last story for today is Jake Paul. Yes, Jake Paul recently got in some beef with a One Direction member, Zayn Malik, and he's dating this wonderful looking person, Gigi Hadid. So Jake Paul tweeted out saying, almost had to clap up Zayn from One Direction. Anyone that says the phrase clap up Zayn, spelt wrong, from One Direction, because he is a little guy and has an attitude, and basically told me to off for no reason when I was being nice to him. Zayn, I know you're reading this. Stop being angry because you came home alone to your big hotel room. Ha 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 ha. How cringe was that? Please tell me on a scale of 1 to 100. That was 1000% cringe. I am disgusted. Ew. Anyway, reading that just gave me like all sorts of diseases that I didn't need. And then Gigi Hadid then replies to that and says, lol, because he didn't care to hang with you and your embarrassing crew of YouTube groupies. Home alone with his best friends like a respectful king, because he has me, sweetie, unbothered by your irrelevant, ugly ass. Go to bed. And then before he deleted his tweet ended up on like 30,000 likes, and Gigi Hadid is on like 800k likes. She destroyed him with all her mighty power. I am so happy that she called him out for what he is and what his group of friends are, YouTube groupies. He is the most cringe YouTuber I've ever seen. The way he speaks as well, I don't think he has anything intelligent to say half the time. 99% of the time. I'm sorry, that was a big overstatement. I stand this. I really do. Anyway, then he deleted the tweet and he tweeted out saying, someone needs to take my phone when I'm drunk because I am a idiot. Trying to basically do damage control because he is a idiot, and he was idiot for coming for a member of one of the biggest bands in the world. Well, ex-bands in the world, but you know what I mean. Yeah, not the smartest move on Jake Paul's part, but then like I said, he's not the smartest guy I've ever seen. So he also recently came out with a membership thing to help you financially. And I recently watched a video by Stephen Graham, who basically makes financially related videos. He makes videos about finance is what I was trying to say by that. And he bought that whole membership thing for the financial advice by Jake Paul, the person you should be definitely getting financial advice from. And he said that most of it is marked up. So it will say like, used to cost 6,000 and now it costs 50 quid, like that kind of a thing, where you can buy extra courses once you've already bought this course. Also, none of it's actually said by Jake Paul. This is basically a website where Jake Paul doesn't take any part in the financial advising, and he just gets different people to make videos for the financial advice membership. So if you're a Jake Paul fan, you're not getting any Jake Paul content is what I'm saying. But also, a lot of the content you can get for free on YouTube, as in those exact videos are on YouTube for free, and you're paying a $20 a month membership to get them. And yeah, a lot of it is basically just you pay $20 a month and then we'll try to sell you more products on top of that we're claiming are $6,000 value, but we're selling them to you for 100 quid. So if you didn't think it was a scam before, then you must think it's a scam now for sure. And yeah, that's the tea for today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below anything and comment down below, and subscribe to his videos every other day-ish. So subscribe, hit that bell, and you'll be notified when that's happening. Follow me on socials, the description down below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.